A 5A, the top grade tourist attraction. The number one, the best garden.
Around all rounds like this.
Now I show you to have a look at the map of this garden. Inside this room, there's a, like a cabin map of this garden. The whole garden altogether covers around 13 acres and divided into 3 sections. The first owner just enjoyed farm fishing right here. He was not a real farmer. He was not a country farmer. He didn't farm just for fun, just for relaxation. He's just a gentleman farmer, like your former president Jefferson. Probably Jimmy Carter. He's a farmer.
Yes, right. Georgia.
And after you enter this garden, notice actually the outstanding character of this garden is water. The water area in this garden covers around 1/5 of its total area. And the main fish is the pond, that's koi, from Japan, and the black ones are Chinese common carps. And another character of the water inside, notice the water inside original, not flow, not connected with outside canals and rivers, because it was an artificial, man-made. The gardens not only ordinary backyards are those big potatoes, but also nice imitation of nature. So in nature, you can imagine there should be some water, some hills. These are man-made waters, man-made hills. Seasons come, seasons go, different seasons, different flowers. In this garden, to my knowledge, 2 major flower exhibitions every year. Springtime, azalea show. Summertime, many beautiful lotus. Actually, the best time for lotus, just in the middle of August. Now we are about to the end of lotus. Chinese Picasso. They designed the charming garden. To my knowledge, more than 90% of our Chinese garden designers, they were all painters.
That makes sense.
And they all exerted much influence on all these gardens. So this garden actually, in other words, is merely so much a huge 3-dimensional traditional Chinese painting, ink and wash painting. Now we are all walking through this huge 3D painting, highly artistic backyard. But, over the past 515 years, this garden changed hands many times. To my knowledge, more than 31 owners changed altogether. And what's more, waiting for the opportunities to stage and come back. We call this lifestyle, life attitude, secluded life. This lifestyle, life attitude, still very popular among the current construction of all these gardens. Now ahead of us, you can see the local city tree, camphor tree. This tree is very special, evergreen all year round. And this tree also can produce some unusual smell, which can drive bugs away, insects away. So that's why this material is commonly used for many ancient Chinese furniture and architecture. Now this is for the smell. India, the same. India. That's the tradition. That's Chinese tradition. Now here we are to the boundary wall, the demarcation wall between eastern part and central section. On the long white wall, you can see many beautiful, charming lattice windows. Actually, the main function of the windows, not only the broadening of view, make wall no longer monotonous, give you 3D sense, but also to frame the view, like the painting frames in your cameras. View framing. View framing is one of the important garden techniques used for Chinese garden construction. So while you visitors walking along this long, meandering covered corridor, you can appreciate different sceneries from both sides of the windows. Sometimes reminiscent of our Chinese paintings. And what is more, notice each pattern, each design of the windows is different, handmade, and in the shape, symmetrical.
Yep, tell me.
Yeah.
Let's show me.
You just follow me. I will teach them how to take nice pictures. Not only just detailed explanation. Here in the west, you can see a nice pagoda. In the central section, not only you can appreciate the number one, the best view ballroom in gardens all around China, but also you can appreciate another unusual design. Here, this palm represents Eastern Chinese Sea. And these three artificial rock formations all represent those three model islands, which is called Ponglai, Yingzhou, Fangzhang, because based on the ancient Chinese legendary story, it said that Eastern Chinese Sea, there were three model islands where grew last century, 1966 to 1976.
那么我10几岁的时候，那么如果我的表哥表弟想到我家来找我玩，对他能不能找我玩呢？就根据这个阿门，他在正中看一下，望一下阿门往后。
And also the most important architecture. This house used to be their only guest hall. And underneath this guest hall, you can see several small holes. And underneath these small holes, there's a basement. Ancient Chinese underground heating system. Then servants live on the charcoals inside, the warm floor. This system I mentioned about, remember I mentioned about the original entrance of this garden in the middle of central section, over there. You can see a small entrance.
Yeah.
That's the original entrance. Outside the entrance used to be the living quarter of this big family, and that area much bigger, nearly 2 times bigger than the backyard. So why that area so big? 4 rows of restaurants. This style, you can imagine at that time, very, very fashionable. Even nowadays, still around. The only question probably I should remind you is glass. Maybe you wonder at that time, 500 years ago, no glass. Glass not available. So what material did then family people use instead of glass?
Silk.
Rich people use the silk. Yeah, one more question for you. Yeah, I have one more question, very important, proper question. Today you come to my backyard, you are the guest, I'm the host. 长风乐器. That's one of the biggest feng shui of this time. Because based on feng shui theory, water always symbol. Feng shui not 100% superstition, a lot of scientific elements behind.
Sure.
Now I show you to have a look at the map of the original garden paper tickets. This picture right to here. Why? Because this bridge very, very famous. That's the only corridor bridge among all local gardens. It's a bridge, it's also a corridor. So that's why we call it corridor bridge. Do remember, keep in mind, this corridor bridge, that's the only corridor bridge among all local gardens. The nickname of this corridor bridge, the small flying rainbow bridge. The small flying rainbow bridge, full of imaginations. Because the shape looks like a beautiful rainbow in the sky. The image of this bridge also commonly seen on many local postcards. So picture time here.
Very pretty.
Based on feng shui theory, the water is symbol of money, not flow. But how about the rainwater, the roof water, the groundwater? All should not be wasted. All should be collected by the families, money collecting drainage, feng shui drainage, point drainage. Picture of this. If possible, you can change your drainages, home drainages. Very beautiful, very fine, full of imaginations. But But while we translate them into other languages, the names around the building always lose the most meaning. So the best language to explain God is Chinese. For example, English we call pavilion, terrace, building, tower, and a studio. Just all canal system, very rare around China as well as in the world. So that's why ever since Marco Polo had been here before in the 13th century. Many foreign visitors come to Suzhou, Venice of the East, Chinese Amsterdam, Chinese San Antonio. Also homophones in Chinese. A lot of homophones in our language. Now here we sighted the tower of the boat. Now let's have a look at the four most famous painters at that time from the locality. This guy named Mr. Wen Zhenming, the designer of this garden. He made all the blueprints for the garden. He was a famous freehand painting master. We call him Chinese Picasso. His teacher, Shen Zhou, the leading painting master of the same painting school, Wu painting school, that's the leading painting school in that era from the locality. And this guy, Qiu Ying, another famous freehand painting master from the same painting school. And the youngest handsome guy, this guy, do remember, keep in mind his name, Tang Bohu. We call him Chinese Casanova. Chinese
Yeah, I wonder why.
George Clooney. Because he and Casanova lived in almost same era in history. Because this guy, he always meets the right, Prince Charming Chinese ladies. You can ask every Chinese, especially Chinese ladies, who Mr. Tang Bohu is, everybody knows. And it says that he enjoyed 9 concubines, numerous girlfriends, very busy. He may be the most romantic artist and a talented artist in China. That's why we call him Chinese Casanova. In America has a lot of Casanovas. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump. Now here we are to the western part of this garden, the smallest part. You know, this part was rebuilt under our Chinese Qing dynasty in that scale. So this part mainly consists of Qing style architecture. In the Qing last feudal society dynasty ended in 1911. And after 1911, as the Republic of China, the current being in Taiwan. Ever since 1949, People's Republic of China, PRC, Communist China. That's actually the most valuable and most unusual architecture in this part. Just this house. We call this house unusual name. Mandarin duck. Mandarin duck. That's our traditional Chinese lovebird. Because males and females of them now stay together. Because there are 2 rooms inside this house and the 1 roof. One side for their master, for their men, another side for their women, wife and concubine. Actually, part of the design idea of this house embodies more or less male chauvinism. You know, male chauvinism is very, very common in China. Even nowadays, boys,
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see, yeah. And now here inside is a special formation of in Chinese architecture, something called Mandarin duck. The Mandarin duck here refers to a couple, husband and wife. Got 2 rooms inside. This side at that time only for them husband use. So this side now face nice view, better view. That side only for women's use. So that side only face to war. It's unfair. But that's the reality. That's the male chauvinism. The main function of this house at that time chiefly was the master to entertain the VIP guests and also for fishing and local opera performances right inside. You know, the Zen master is set in the east, the then guest is set in the west. And at that time, no microphone. this, the then original opera stage. Hallroom and this. In between the stage and the water surface, certain room and this for acting and sound. So the full house has a very good acoustic space. Really a nice private opera house. If you like, get in the effect. You can see on the ground, you see coins and flowers, money and spend and money. Inside every circle, you can see 4 Chinese characters: Yan, Nian, Yi, So. Yan, Nian, Yi, So. To prolong life. You know, prolong life always permanent pursuit of Chinese people. So this bridge really a nice, perfect combination. Now, my friends, underneath the very rich, but also all well educated, like you. You two are working encyclopedias. You all receive good education, obviously. Actually, the most unusual, most valuable stuff in this study room is the wood carving side. Jiangsu wood carving. 1 full piece. Jiangsu material. The diameter of this 1,000-year-old tree, probably more than 2 meters. 1 full piece. Even the content also very unusual. You can see several magpies resting on plum flowers. So what's the meaning of this unusual scenery? Magpies resting on plum flowers. In China, magpies always symbol of good omen. The crows always sign of bad omen. Do remember in China, whenever see magpies, always means good news coming, good news on the way. So, because this art really a lost art. So this wood carving really one of the priceless treasures of this garden behind Christ. Just built after the Cultural Revolution. You ask for bonsais. I have a small question for you. Who invented bonsais? Japanese or Chinese?
Mr. Bonsai.
More than 400 years old, still alive. Papaya. Most of the Western or small trees, miniature trees, but actually not. Some bonsais, no trees, just sceneries, just don't want to water. So, tall trees are tall trees. That's the exact definition for bonsai. For example, like this is not a small tree, it is big old tree, but because it is contained in a limited hall, so we still call this bonsai. Good? This one is like the oldest. Actually, the city flower all from these trees. In Chinese, we call 桂花. In English, we call osmanthus. Osmanthus, yellow color. Only in autumn, probably next week. Boom. This flower drinkable, edible, and common used for many local food ingredients. We drink tea. Do you like Chinese flower tea? Like now, my friends, here we are to the best, the high standard, best of I'm out of the gardens. 3A garden. 3A. International standard. You can't miss it. Up to now, we're about to finish 4/5 of this total area. And up to now, did you find any traces of our Chinese presidents, emperors, kings inside this garden? No. No, why? Why during the past 500 or 15 years, never seen the Chinese emperor, king have been here? Last year, the current Chinese president Xi, he had been to Suzhou. So they're always right. They're always right, never made mistakes. So they all didn't like the fact of humble. This humble just used by small potatoes, ordinary, grassroots. The common Chinese expressions, in my humble opinion, that's used by ordinary people, not by emperors, kings.
Same tree.
Yeah. Banks rose. The Latin name of this tree, Rosa banksia. Rosa banksia. The only thing I should recommend you is the virtual reality video. That's American technology.
Okay.
Yeah, this video can bring you back to 500 years ago. I believe you were sitting on a sit-in chair together with the chief servant to sightsee the whole garden again. Unforgettable experience, very unusual. If you like, 要么给他们看一段 VR 吧。这个 VR？有点视频啊，小电影啊。没有 VR。看一看。5点钟了。你现在正好有的看嘛，再晚就看不到了。你们来得及吧？来得及看，来不及就不看，15分钟。还在门庙里面的是吧？要另外付钱的。哦。另外这付多少钱？60块一个。我就算了，不需要。没必要，我们马上要走了。哎，等一下，等一下，还有人没有给你？啊，他好像会生出。好。Also, lotus, species from lakes.
Bullfrog.
Whales. Chinese.
Really?
This one we call gold fish. Don't have enough to spare. Don't have enough to spare.
Goldfish.
Same mean. Dragonfly. They know fertility. Virtual reality. Like American technology. And now here we have the first part, this part. We have a menu. Here we have onions, rice fields, vegetable crop, and fruit trees. Then gentleman farmer, we just enjoyed the farming, fishing pleasure right here. You know, when here a little bit, more or less, exhausted the farmer, he would take a short break inside his house. So this house used to be the then humble guy's lunch. So why this house also has a beautiful name, the House of Sweet Smelling Rice. Full of imagination. Time flies. We're about to finish this garden. And my friends, did you have a good time here?
Yes, very much.
That's my job. That's my responsibility.
Yeah.
At this moment in China, very few foreigners in China, and most of them are Russians. Ever encountered Russians in China? I haven't. You haven't?
I have.
In this garden every day.
哦，那你这个席上写的是大堂。
我们讲中文，你知道多少钱？
我就加你微信，就加你微信。